Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Maddie's Rap with author and storyteller Matt D. Talford. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Now, to my returning subscribers who are there on every live and every premiere, I especially thank you guys. You guys are the juices, the collective juice that keeps this thing going, okay? So, now, today, what are we talking about? Another astrology video, okay? Another astrology video. And I'm not even going to mention the low vibrational people that come into the comments with their fear mongering, and I call them now, I've coined a new phrase, the triple B gang, Bible brow beaters, okay? If you're watching this video and you are in that triple B gang, the Bible brow beaters, go ahead and click off of this right now, because this ain't for you. This ain't for you, okay? I wanted to address y'all up front, give y'all proper due, and let you know this video is not for you. So you can go ahead and turn this one off now. We don't do that over here. This is a heavily scripture-based channel and platform, but we don't browbeat with the scriptures over here, okay? We don't use the scriptures to tell somebody what they better be doing. No, that's low vibrational, and that's how parents talk to children. And this ain't a channel for the kids, okay? Now, it is. I mean, if you're a parent and you choose to share this knowledge with your children, then that is at your discretion. But and anytime I upload a video, I check that box that says this is not for this is an 18 and over video. This is not, or one that says this is not for the kids, or whatever that checkbox is. Y'all that do YouTube videos, y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I've spent enough time on that. What are we talking about today? If you watched the community post, you know that we are talking about the 8th house, okay? The 8th house. Now, I'm not going to hold you guys. It is the 8th house. Some in the comments or in my community post, I talked about I mentioned that I would be doing a video explaining which of the astrological houses, and there are 12 of them, which one of those 12 houses is the one that is going to illustrate to you, the individual, what is the best way for you to recharge, replenish yourself, heal energetically, and transform and renew yourself. How do you transform? How do you renew? How do you recharge? How do you heal yourself energetically? Well, I'm not going to hold you guys. That house is house number 8, the 8th house. Now, it's kind of interesting that we are in an 8th year, with this being 2024. 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 8. Because it's interesting that we're in an 8th year, and I've spent the last 2 videos talking about Saturn. In numerology, the 8th year is a Saturnian year. It is the year of what goes around comes around. It is the year of whatever you put back comes back to you. That is Saturnian energy. That is also known as karmic energy. But when you take that number and you look, or you apply it to astrology, the 8th house is the house that is ruled by Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars. The energy of Scorpio, and I know every adult out there kind of thinks that they have an idea of what scorpionic energy is about because of pop culture and folklore, and a lot of that stuff is true, but it is presented in a single-faceted format. There's a lot more to 8th house energy. There's a lot more to scorpionic energy than just what pop culture says, okay? I want to keep this, I want to try to keep the S word out of this as much as I can, okay? But anyway, getting back to that 8th house talks about renewal. It is recharging. It is the energy of Scorpio. It is the energy of death and transformation, alchemy, okay? So now there's a bunch of different descriptions of the 8th house, and a lot of astrologers like to talk about the 8th house and some of the darker aspects of the 8th house, but I choose to look at the lighter aspects of the 8th house. And to me, the biggest aspect of the 8th house is the healing aspect. 8th house energy, scorpionic energy, it is very powerful. It's very powerful. What's the ruling planet or ruling energy or ruling ordinance, if you want to get biblical? Jeremiah 31 and 35. What is the ruling ordinance of Scorpio? It is Mars. The planet of action, the planet of aggression, the planet of war. So, but there's some other things that you need to understand about the 8th house. And one of the things that I like to look at with regards to the 8th house is it is also the house of magnetism. Okay? Scorpionic energy is very magnetic. It is the feminine aspect of Mars. Mars has two aspects associated with it: the masculine, fiery aspect of Aries, and the feminine, watery aspect of Scorpio. Okay? So let's get into talking about how to use your eighth house, or how understanding your eighth house is going to help you to heal. It's going to help you to transform different areas of your life. It's going to help you to recharge and renew. I just said it. Scorpio energy is about renewal. It is about constant transformation. Okay, that is the eighth house energy. Now, I'm going to do this simply by going through that house wheel. I don't want this to be a super long video. I want to get in here and get out, as I said in the beginning. So I'm going to bring up the astrological wheel on the screen. We're going to go through it. We're going to go through each of these, and with it, I'm going to explain how or what healing looks like for you based on the sign that is in your eighth house. Okay, we're not looking at Saturn. We're not looking at Mars. Okay, for those of you that have your birth charts, you can follow along with me. For those of you who have never looked at your birth chart, there'll be a link to a free birth chart, aka natal chart calculator, in the description box. Okay, I'll put a link in there. Now, it is important and imperative that you know A, what time you were born, and B, in what city you were born. Okay, if you do not know which city you were born in and what time you were born, you will not know what your house is. You will not know what those astrological houses were. Why? Because unlike the planets that change, on a periodic basis based on divine timing, the divine schedule for those planets, and I'm not going to run through them, the house signs change every 2 hours. There are 12 zodiac houses and 24 hours in a day. That is why they change every 2 hours. And with that motion, they enter different signs, and some people have what I like to call a straight through 12 sign house system, and others, they have what are called intercepted houses, or they'll have signs that are intercepted in houses. So you might look at your chart, like in my case, you might see Aries in houses 6 and 7. Okay, it just means that I've got another sign that is intercepted in another house. So in other words, if you were to look at my house system, you would see that my fourth house is Capricorn, and then you would jump and see the fifth house being Pisces. And you look at that and be like, well, where's Aquarius? Oh, he must not have Aquarius in his house system. No, I do. It's just that it's not sitting on the cusp. So in the fourth house, I have Capricorn sitting on the cusp of the fourth house, but then I've got Aquarius inside of there. So I have two signs in one house, and then sometimes you'll see one sign going across the cusp of two houses. In my case, Aries in the 6th and the 7th. Now, let me get into this because I want you guys to understand that at 8th house, Scorpio energy is how you heal and how you transform, okay? How you transform. Now, I also mentioned that as a bonus, I would show you the natal astrological house that reveals the type of energy you are most attracted to. I'm not going to hold you guys. That is also your 8th house. The 8th house is the house of magnetism. What are you drawn to? That 8th house, again, that scorpionic energy is very magnetic. It is highly magnetic. And that might have to do with the fact that the ruling ordinance or planet or energy is Mars. Mars is the planet of war, aggression. Think about it. Do people fight over things that nobody wants? No. They're like, if you can have it. No. Wars are fought over things that are desired, things that are desirable. So something that is desirable, you're drawn to it. And that is the energy of Mars. It is the warrior, because you know why? Nobody's checking for you if you don't appear to have any value, nobody really wants you. That's why there are no wars fought over desert land. You've never seen any country fighting over the desert. They're not going to, because the desert is not seen as valuable. Now, let somebody strike oil in the desert and see how quickly that desert area of land is fought over. Okay? So things that are desirable are magnetic. They draw, okay? And that is the energy of the 8th house. Why? Because that is the energy of the warrior. That's the energy of the warrior. And let me say this as an aside before I continue. I said it, scorpionic energy is very healing when it is mastered. When it is not mastered, it can be very destructive. But when it is mastered, it is very healing. Why? Because it is the alchemist. It is able to take something dark and turn it into light. And that is designed by God for you triple B gangs out there, okay, that are still watching this far. For you triple B gang members, that is designed by God. If you're out there, if you're a Bible browbeater, that is by divine design and will, okay? Enough of y'all. Y'all can go now and do whatever you're going to do. So that is what, now, as I was saying, scorpionic energy is very healing. So when you are a healer, you are going to attract the broken. That comes with it. You are going to attract the broken. Now, I'm always on this channel harping about staying high vibrational, because when you are high vibrational, you attract high vibrational people and circumstances. That is absolutely true. But it does not mean that you're not going to attract broken people if you are placed here to be a healer. That is the whole dynamic of the healer or the empath and the narcissist, okay? That who wins? Who wins? He or she who is more high vibrational. That is who wins in the end. That healer is going to heal that broken person that was attracted to them, that was sent into their life by divine ordinance. Because I can tell you, I think I speak for all empaths and healers when I say, we ain't looking for nobody to heal. It takes energy. It takes energy. It takes a lot of energy to be a healer. So when you are a healer, when you are an empath, a natural empathic healer, God specially made you for the purpose of doing just that, healing and bringing light into the world. So every now and then, you're going to attract someone who is broken, and it is for them to identify. They're attracted to you. I don't know why the Most High got me going down this path, but I'm rolling with it. They are attracted to you because they see something in you that they ultimately wish that they could be, okay? But your job as an empathic healer is not to allow that person's energy to bring you down. It is to simply continue to shine bright. That's it. That's it. You don't have to keep people that drain you around you. All you got to do is keep shining bright. Eventually, you're going to shine into that darkest place inside of them, and then they will heal. Otherwise, they'll run away from it and say, you know what, bump it. I'll just stay low vibrational. That's how that works, okay? So, don't be upset by the fact that sometimes when you're a high vibrational healer, you attract broken souls. You were put here for that reason by the Most High. Otherwise, how could they be repaired? And that in and of itself is evidence of God's love for all you people. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. And for some of you watching, understand I'm not coming for you. If you're coming back to this channel and you're still here, you already know I got nothing but love for you. This is for the other people, okay? This is for the other people that throw their rocks and then they run away. This is for them, okay? So I don't want you to think it's about you if you're a long-time channel member, okay? Now, I needed to say that for somebody. So anyway, don't get upset if you are attracting broken people. That's what empathic, high vibrational healers do. All you got to do is keep shining light, because keep shining your light bright. Because guess what that's going to do for you? It is also going to strengthen you and make you an even more powerful healer and alchemist. Okay? Every fighter, every boxer, anyone that participates in combat sports, they understand that they're going to have to spar sometime and get in there with a tough sparring partner. And sometimes they're going to take a fight that is going to be tough for them. But that's going to give them the experience that they need so that they can overcome an enemy like that or tougher down the road. You don't know how tough you are until you've been tested. You do not know how tough you are. You do not know how strong you are until you have been tested. Okay? And sometimes the Most High, the universe, the universal I Am presence is going to test you because it shows him or her, depending on which aspect you want to look at. It shows him or her where you are and how good his or her design was of you and where they need to shore you up. This is constant. The journey of the soul is about constant evolution and constant ascension, y'all. It's constant dynamic. Life is constant. Energy is neither destroyed nor created. It just is. Okay? It just is. Forms are created and destroyed, but the energy within those forms just is. Now, let me get on to today's topic. And I needed to say that for somebody. I feel like I didn't do it enough justice. But just know that even when you are high vibrational, if you are an empathic healer, you're going to attract the broken, and that is the purpose for which you were created. But it is not for you to bog yourself down and destroy yourself trying to heal someone or some situation that does not want to be healed. Okay? So speak your piece sometimes and move on. Now, And for anybody who's wondering why my water looks cloudy, it's lemon water. I like to drink lemon water in the morning. It's lemon water with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in it and a little bit of sea salt. That sea salt helps to charge the water and the lemon and the olive oil. So when you want to strengthen that solar plexus chakra, make sure that you're drinking and eating things that are yellow. Now let me get on to the lesson. Doesn't look like I'm punching and getting out, does it? Anyway, so the 8th house, let's go ahead and bring that up on the screen. The 8th house, it is how we heal. It is the energy that we use, the individual uses to heal, to transform, and to renew, okay? And it also is going to show you what you are attracted to. But I'll deal with that. Well, I'll deal with it all together so I can end this video. Now, if your 8th house is in Aries, let me bring this up on the screen here. I'm only bringing this up for the purpose of you're seeing what some of these descriptions are in the 8th house. It says here, renewal, that's what we're talking about today. Sex, death and rebirth, transformation, deeply felt peak experiences, depth of interactions with others, or depth in interaction with others, growth and change. All of those are 8th house energies. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to go ahead and drop that, but you guys can take a screenshot of that, or you can just Google the 12 houses of astrology and find an image that looks like this one, and it'll give you some descriptions. There are others, but I like this one because in this one it shows you the house number on the inner part of the wheel, the description just above it, and then on the outer part of the wheel it shows you the sign that rules over that house. So I've already said it. The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. This is an 8-year in numerology, which is about Saturn, and it's about things coming back around. But it's also a year of scorpionic energy, and this is why when I did my 2023 predictions video, I mentioned that we're going to see a whole lot of death with this being a scorpionic year and the North Node being in the sign of the warrior, Aries. We're going to see a whole lot of death, but we're also going to see a whole lot of birth. Okay, we're going to see a lot of that this year. We're going to see a lot of transformation. We're going to see a lot of things that are in darkness being brought to the light. That stuff has already happened, and it's February. I can only imagine how the rest of the year is going to go. Now, if your 8th house is in Aries, how do you renew yourself? How do you recharge? How do you transform? How do you recover? Think about Aries, okay? This is actually an auspicious placement for the 8th house because the 8th house ruler naturally is Mars. Mars rules over 2 signs, Aries and Scorpio. So if your 8th house is in Aries, the way you are going to renew is by being bold and fierce in taking charge of whatever it is that needs to. You're going to be destructive. And I don't mean destructive in a negative way, but the way that you're going to recharge and renew and transform is through the energy of the warrior. You're going to have to, anything that is keeping you from transforming, trying to keep you down, anything that is keeping you from healing, you're going to have to be bold at getting it out of your life. You're going to have to be bold at getting something that might be keeping you from renewing and rebuilding and regenerating. You're going to have to take charge. Aries is the ram. It is going to lower its head and it's going forward. It's going forward. As the fellas say, balls to the wall. Okay? All gas, no brakes. That is Aries. It is going to ram and keep ramming until it does not need to ram anymore. Until the issue has been dealt with. Until the enemy has been defeated. So if your 8th house is in Aries, Aries is also the sign of the leader. It is bold, fiery, passionate leadership energy. So you're going to have to take the lead and be deliberate. Be very deliberate, okay, and intentional about recharging. Whatever it is that you have to do. Whatever it is that you have to do. What's the saying? All is fair in love and war. Well, with Aries being the sign of the warrior, whatever you have to do to recharge, that is what you need to do. Just make sure it's high vibrational. Because remember what I said. When we are in high vibrational energy and emotion, we attract high vibrational people and circumstances in our life. So try to stay on the high vibrational side of Aries, okay? Be bold, be fearless, but stay high vibrational. Think about the opposite side of Aries, which is Libra. Every sign sits on an axis. Every sign sits on an axis. There's a sister out there by the name of, I think her name is Myra Moss. And she says people think there are 12 astrological signs, but there are really only 6. I understand why she says that. Because every Aries has a little bit of Libra in them. Every Taurus has a little bit of Scorpio. Every Gemini has a little bit of Sagittarius in them. Every Cancer has a little bit of Capricorn in them. Every Leo has a little bit of Aquarius in them. And every Virgo has a little bit of Pisces in them. And then vice versa. You can flip it the other way. Every Libra's got a little bit of that warrior Aries energy. Every Scorpio has got a little bit of that bold, fearless, grounded Taurus energy. Okay. Every Sagittarius has a little bit of that Gemini energy in it. Okay. Well, they consider both sides of a situation or whatever. Every Capricorn has a little bit of Cancer in them. Every Capricorn is a nurturer. It's just not as pronounced as it is with the sign of Cancer. Okay. And every Aquarius has a little bit of Leo in them. And then every Pisces has a little bit of Virgo. So that's how that works. I know I took y'all all the way around the block to get you to the house next door. But I say all of that to say, be bold, be fearless if you have your Aries in the first house. But also understand that you need to do it in a high vibrational way. Be very intentional about recharging. Be very intentional about recharging, about healing. You have to take the lead. You cannot wait for someone to do it for you if you're an 8th house Aries. You cannot wait for someone to do it for you. Now, on the bonus side, if your Aries is in the 8th house, you're going to be attracted to people who are bold and fearless. You're going to be attracted to people who are fiery and passionate, okay? Just make sure you're going to be attracted to people who seek peace, but they don't mind going to war to get that peace. And that is the sign of Aries too. When you're recharging, if something is trying to keep you from recharging, you got to go to war against it, okay? If it cannot be avoided, you have to be fearless about going to war and removing or knocking anything out of your life that is going to keep you from recharging. That is how you recharge. You recharge like the warrior does. Hey, you know what? If I have to go to war to get peace, I will do it. That's Aries. So be bold. Be bold about recharging. Be bold about renewing yourself, okay? And again, if your 8th house is in Aries, you are going to be attracted to people, places, and circumstances that represent passion, that represent fiery and bold energy, that represent leadership energy. You're going to be attracted to people who are natural leaders. But go back to that Saturn video I did too. Go back to that Saturn video. You're the enemy of your soul, aka the devil. We'll call it the devil here. I don't even like to use low vibrational terms like that unless I have to. I'll use that here. This is why I tell y'all to know yourself, because guess what? The enemy of your soul knows you. But if you do not know yourself, then you are not able to connect your lower self with your higher self. Once you make that connection and you bring your lower self on line with your higher self, then you are truly able to walk as a god in the flesh, which is beating the game. That's the whole game. That's the whole reason we come here. That's the whole game, y'all. That's the whole game. So, yeah. Kind of got off track a little bit there. I don't know why I brought up the higher self part of it. But anyway, stay high vibrational. Stay high vibrational, okay? Now, it'll come back to me if I need it to. I'm not sure where I went off the rails there talking about Aries and being bold. She said that's what I was saying. Thank you. What I was saying is, in the same token that the enemy knows you, you need to know you. This is why I tell you to study your birth chart. Why do I say that? Because guess what? The enemy will send somebody, if you're an Aries in the 8th house and you're talking about what you're attracted to, the enemy knows what you're attracted to as well. So they'll send somebody low vibrational that looks like exactly, that embodies what you're attracted to. However, they could be low vibrational and they can end up being a destructive force in your life. Okay? All right. Now let's move on to Taurus. If your 8th house is in Taurus, then understand what Taurus is about. Taurus is the sign that is ruled by the planet of Venus. It is the masculine. Taurus is the feminine side of Venus. Libra is the masculine energy of Venus. Why? Libra is an air sign. Taurus is an earth sign. Earth and water are feminine. Air and fire are masculine energies. And that's not to say that you're a man or a woman. These are just energies, okay? Everybody has masculine and feminine energy in them via their chakras, okay? So, if your 8th house is in Taurus, then you are going to renew yourself through self-care. Self-care is one of the primary characteristics that I've noticed with a lot of Tauruses. They are into self-care. They will do whatever it is that they need to take care of themselves. Now, that might be resting. That may be being deliberate and stubborn about getting your rest. Be bold. Taurus is a bold sign too. It's the bull. It's the bull. Aries is the ram. Taurus is the bull. It is very bullish and stern about taking care of itself. That is the energy of Taurus. Taurus rules over the second house, which is about material possessions and wealth as well. But that's not to be confused here, because we're talking about the 8th house. In the same token, though, Taurus in the 8th house needs to be stubborn and deliberate about taking care of themselves. Taurus is the sign of the person or the energy that is all about self-care. It could be that you recharge and renew by going shopping and buying yourself something nice, buying something that you like. The other thing that Taurus loves, good food. They're a lot like Cancer to that extent. They like good food, but that's like a luxury. Taurus likes luxury. So if you're a Taurus in the 8th, you may recharge and renew and transform yourself by buying yourself something new that changes your energy. Okay? If you're in low energy, you see a lot of people who have Taurus in the 8th, they'll go shopping. Or they'll take themselves out to dinner or something like that. Or they'll just go to sleep. They'll go to sleep, okay? Anything that is going to be Taurian, that is how you are going to renew yourself. But I would say the biggest way to recharge and renew yourself and to transform and heal as a Taurus is through self-care. Be deliberate about it. Be very deliberate. I just told you guys I'm an 8th house Taurus. It didn't crack. Listen, I did not crack that code until this year, 2024. In fact, it was about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. It was a week and a half or 2 weeks ago that I looked back at my birth chart and I said, wait a minute, I'm an 8th house Taurus. Why am I not slowing down and taking care of me when I said that's my quote unquote New Year's resolution? My New Year's resolution was right there in my birth chart and I didn't even know it my whole life. Okay. And here I am now. So I just cracked that code. When I need to renew and recharge, sorry, I'm turning my phone off. I'm putting it in airplane mode. I'm taking care of me. Do not disturb. Do not disturb. And I feel great when I come out of that self-care mode. I feel great. Okay? All right? So, self-care is big. I don't care as much about the material stuff. I really don't. I mean, everybody's different. This is why I tell you guys, understand what these energies are, because there's more than one aspect to each sign. There's more than one aspect to each house. Okay, we're talking about the 8th house here, but in the sign of Taurus, there are a lot of different aspects to Taurus, and you may embody some of them. If your 8th house is in Taurus, you may not embody others. I don't care as much about the material stuff, but I do care about self-care. I got to take care of me, because especially with me being a Capricorn sun and a Capricorn in the 4th house, I'm always running around trying to help. What can I do? What can I do? My parents used to tell me when I was a child, son, you just can't sit down, can you? Sit still. I'm always feeling like there's more that can be done. And I'm now learning that I can't do if I don't recharge. I can't do if I don't heal. I can't heal if I don't die to self so that I can be born anew. The 8th house is about dying to self and being reborn anew. Okay? Now, for those of you out there that have Taurus in the 8th house, you're probably going to be drawn to things that are very Venusian. You're probably going to be drawn to people that work hard. You're going to be attracted to people that work hard. Okay? You're going to be like, wow, you might find, and I'm telling myself a little bit here, but sometimes when I go out with my boys, guys, you know what we do. When we go out, we drink coffee, whatever. We go to the sports bar, we go eat food or whatever. Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we talk about. Y'all know what we look at. All right? Let's keep it 100. My eyes are always drawn to that server, that female server who is busting her ass. And I'm like, all right, I'm looking, there's 4 of them out there, 3 of them kind of standing around talking, but that one right there, man, she busting her ass. I like that. And shorty fine. That's what I'm talking about. So if you have Taurus in your 8th house, you're going to be attracted to people who are hard workers. You're going to be attracted to people who know how to take care of themselves. If you're a guy, you might be attracted to a female who embodies Venusian energy. Why? Because Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. We know about Venus. We know all about Venus, what Venus is about. Beautiful things, beautiful experiences, beauty, grace, elegance. All of that is Venusian. So you're going to be attracted to, you're going to be magnetically drawn to things that you see as Venusian. Okay. And I like cars too. If I see a dope car, I might take a picture of it. It ain't my car, but I'll take a picture of it. If it's something I think I want, I decide I want, I'll put it on my vision board. Because I like nice things too. I like nice things. Nice things make me feel good. That 8th house is the house of things that make us feel good too. Because things that make us feel good help us to heal. Things that make us feel good help us to heal. Things that make us feel bad make us sick. Things that make us feel good help us to heal. So when I see beauty, it makes me feel good. This is why I like to just sit in nature sometimes and just observe the beauty, because I'm an 8th house Taurus. Now, moving on. If your 8th house is in Gemini, you are going to renew, recharge, and heal by learning new things. By learning new things. Gemini is the sign of the learner. It is also ruled by Mercury, so it's about communication. You heal through talking. You got to get it out. If your 8th house is in Gemini, then you heal by getting things out. Hey, I want to go talk about this. Let's talk about this. Let's break this down. Hey, let's pontificate over something. It could be any subject that interests you, but that is how you do your healing. That is how you do your recharging, your renewal. You renew through learning. You renew through conversations. Now, with your 8th house being in Gemini, you're also going to be attracted to people who can really communicate, who can really talk, people who are intelligent. You're attracted to intelligence. You are not attracted to anybody that's dumb. Ladies, you might look at him and say, "Oh, girl, he fine," and then you start talking to him. You're like, "Nah, I couldn't talk to him. He wasn't smart. He wasn't smart." You're attracted to intelligence. If your 8th house is in Gemini, you are attracted to intelligence, because intelligence is how you heal and how you recover as well. So, if you're attracted to intelligence, and I need to talk about the flip side. I didn't do this with Taurus. Taurus, if your Taurus is in the 8th, be careful, because the enemy knows what you're attracted to, and the enemy is going to send somebody by or something by that looks exactly like what you like or what you are drawn to, what you're attracted to. Check for the high vibration versus low vibration in all cases. Check for the high vibration versus the low vibration. How do you feel when you're around this person? I don't care what they look like, Taurus, okay? How do you feel when you're around this person? All right, if they make you feel good, then it's probably okay. If they make you feel bad or nervous, or not nervous per se, but if you just feel low vibrational, because you can be nervous in high vibrational energy. Like you might, I won't get into that. You could be nervous in high vibrational energy too. But anyway, getting back to Gemini, if you are attracted or drawn magnetically to conversation, mercurial things, 3rd house energy, you also might be attracted to, people in situations that move fast. You like speed. Why? Because Mercury is the fastest energy in the sky. It is the quickest energy in the sky. It goes retrograde 4 times a year. It moves really fast, okay? So you also might be attracted to fast talk, to things that move fast transactions. Be careful and use your discernment to see the difference between what is high vibrational conversation versus low vibrational. If it's high vibrational, yes, it's going to help you heal. If it's low vibrational, it's going to send you further into destruction, okay? That's how that works. So Gemini, 8th house, you heal, you recharge by communication, by learning, because Gemini is the sign of the learner. On the opposite side of the axis, you have Sagittarius as the sign of the teacher, the wise teacher. Gemini is the eager student. Sagittarius is the wise teacher, okay? So be very careful and make sure that what you are learning is feeding the soul and not taking away from it, okay? Make sure that the communication, the talking, the conversations that you're having are feeding the soul, not taking away from it, okay? And last but not least, you're going to be attracted to smart people. Now that takes care of itself. That part takes care of itself, because now there's some low vibrational smart people too, because they have the intelligence to use what they know to their advantage and to your disadvantage. So be careful there too. Just because they're smart doesn't mean they're high vibrational. Let me take that step back, okay? So you're attracted to intelligence. You're attracted to good conversation if your Gemini is in the 8th house. Now, or if your 8th house is in Gemini. Now, moving right along, if you have Cancer in the 8th house, you're going to recharge and renew by being at home. Home is where you recharge. Home is where you rest. Home is where you replenish. Home is where you transform. You transform at home. You transform through being around high vibrational family members. I say high vibrational because everybody, or I shouldn't say everybody, most people have low vibrational family members, either in their immediate or extended family, okay? So it is important that you surround yourself with things that make you feel like home. You recharge and renew. I know some people who have Cancer in the 8th house. They turn their workspaces into home. Their workspaces literally feel like an extension of their home. So when they're at work, they don't mind being at work because it feels like being at home. Okay? You also might transform through eating a good meal or preparing a good meal. You might heal and transform by growing food in a garden. That's kind of Cancerian too. It's kind of Virgo a little bit too, but it's also Cancerian. So you're going, home life is how you recharge. Home, okay? You also you may recharge by nurturing others. That might help you to transform. But you're also going to be attracted magnetically to people that make you feel like home. People that feel like home to you. You might be attracted to people who can cook. Okay? Or you might be attracted to people who like to go out to eat or whatever. Anything that is homey, that is what you're going to be attracted to. So you're also going to be attracted to people and places and situations that nurture you. Okay? So it's a little bit easier, I think, if you got Cancer in that 8th house, because on the lower vibrational side, or the whole point of the devil knowing what you're attracted to as well, that that devil ain't gonna make you feel like you're at home. So you got a little bit easier walk with your 8th house if you have Cancer in the 8th house. I just want to say that, so let me leave that there. Now the devil might be able to cook some good food, but you ain't gonna feel good eating it. All right, there's some whole conversations out there about eating food that came from somebody that doesn't like you, or eating food from somebody who doesn't like cooking or doesn't like preparing food. There's a whole little energy conversation out there about it. Y'all can go look that stuff up on your own time. That is if you have Cancer in the 8th house. You renew by being at home or being in situations or places that feel like home to you, or being around your family. That's all 4th house energy and Cancer, okay? Cancer is the ruler of the 4th house. It is also ruled by the moon, which is emotions, okay? So people that I know that have Cancer in the 8th house, they also like watching Hallmark movies. They like watching animated films and stuff like that. Things that soothe the emotions. That's how they heal and recharge. They got Cancer in the 8th house. They need things that soothe the emotions, because the ruling planet for Cancer is the moon. Okay? So now let's keep moving. If you have your 8th house in, what's the 5th? Leo. If your 8th house is in Leo, then you might recharge and renew by going to parties or something like that. Like some place where you can go and be the life of the party. Some place that's highly charged. Some place that is that just makes you feel upbeat. That is Leo energy. You might recharge by going to the gym if you got Leo in the 8th house. Leo is the sign of strength. Its avatar is the lion. It is the sign of strength. It is also the ruling planet for Leo is the sun. So you might, if you have Leo in the 8th house, you might recharge by going to the beach and just laying out in the sun, or going out in your backyard and laying down in the grass and just letting that sunlight, soaking up that sunlight. It's that simple. That's another auspicious placement of the 8th house is Leo. Okay, you're going to recharge by being in situations or around places that make you feel strong, that just add to you, that boost your mood as well. But you don't have to, unlike Cancer, you don't have to be home. Leos love, a lot of Leos I know, they love going out. Hey, where's the party at? Or where's the card game? Or anything that is like, that they see as high vibrational. Leo wants to be there. Leo wants to be there. So if you're a Leo in the, here's the other thing. Eat foods that are yellow, like I'm doing right now. I'm not a Leo in the 8th house. I told y'all I'm a Taurus in the 8th house. But solar, sun, solar plexus. Do things that feed that solar plexus. Eat yellow fruits and vegetables. Drink alkaline yellow beverages. Not them acidic yellow beverages. But some might. Some might drink them acidic yellow beverages that come in cans. That foam on the top, all right? But that ain't how you recharge, okay? That ain't how you recharge. Anyway, so that's Leo. Not a whole lot on Leo. You got to understand the sign of Leo. You got to understand the energy. If you're a Leo, Leo in the 8th house, you're going to recharge by being out in the sun, going to high energy types of venues and places or circumstances. You're going to recharge by being around high energy people that allow you to shine. People and places that allow you to shine. That is how you recharge as a Leo. That's how you recharge as a Leo. Some Leos I know, Leo rules over the 5th house. The 5th house is that's where your sports activities are too. Like I said, some Leos recharge by getting in the gym. Some Leos recharge by competing, okay? Competing and winning, because if they lose, they're not happy. But some Leos recharge by competing. They recharge and replenish and renew and regenerate themselves through competition. These are all things that are associated with the sign of Leo, okay? But they're very extroverted, so they have to be in situations that allow them to shine. Now, if you have Leo in the 8th house, that's exactly what you're going to be attracted to. You're going to be attracted to sunny, bright dispositions. You're going to be attracted to passion, fiery passion, because Leo is a fire sign. You're going to be attracted to passion. You're going to be attracted to bold. You're going to be attracted to people that make you feel good. Leos, a lot of the ones I know, they love to have their ego stroked. For whatever reason, that's Leo. They feed off that. They feed off of it. So you're going to be attracted to people that tell you how beautiful you are. People that tell you how smart you are. People that tell you how strong you are. People that tell you how kind you are. People that tell you how intelligent you are. Okay? Leos love kind words. They do. They do. So those are things that you're going to use to heal and recharge, but that's also where you're going to be attracted to. But on the downside, be careful, because the enemy knows what you're attracted to as well, and use your discernment. How do these people and places ultimately make you feel? Remember, this is a Saturnian year, and the 8th house, number 8 is a Saturnian number, so the 8th house is as much Saturnian as it is Capricornian. What do I mean? What goes around comes back around, okay? So, among other things. So with that, I know I talked about some of this stuff in that Saturn video, but your enemy, the enemy of the soul, knows what you like too. So in that video, I talked about using discernment to know the difference between what is high vibrational versus what is low vibrational. If it's low vibrational, it's going to bring you down. If it's high vibrational, it's going to help elevate you and help you to ascend. Now, moving on to if you have Virgo in your 8th house. We're halfway through. If you have Virgo in your 8th house, what's that going to look like? You are going to renew and recharge and transform through acts of service. You're also going to renew, recharge, and transform through doing things like perhaps cleaning the house, perhaps organizing something. Virgos love organizing. So you are going to recharge. If you have your 8th house in Virgo, you're going to recharge by reorganizing. You might see someone if that's an 8th house Virgo, they might say, hey, you know what? I'm tired. I'm worn out. I got to do something to recharge. They may go and remodel an entire room. They might paint the room a new color. They might get new furniture. And some of that's Taurian a little bit, but the organization side of it is going to be Virgo. They might say, hey, let me find a new way to organize my kitchen, my living room, my bathroom, that sort of thing right there. That's what you're going to see with Virgo. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury, which is about communication. So Virgos also, they kind of like Geminis, Virgos also, if you got an 8th house in Virgo, you're also going to recharge by having pleasant conversations as well. You also may recharge and replenish yourself by volunteering. You might go and volunteer at now some of that's Aquarian as well, but Virgos are about service as well. They're about service as well. So those are things that you are going to be, that you're going to use to recharge if your 8th house is in Virgo. You might just you might reorganize to recharge. You might go out and serve somebody to recharge. You might go out and plant a garden. Virgo energy loves gardening. That's what I was talking about earlier. You might go out and plant yourself a rose garden and make sure they're arranged in a certain pattern, a certain way, because once you see that, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel good. So the eighth house is the house of things that make us feel good. We transform through things that make us feel good. It's also the house of things that make us feel good too. Okay? So, which leads me to the attraction part. What are you going to be attracted to if your eighth house is in Virgo? You're going to be attracted to people that you see as hard workers, diligent. You're going to be attracted to people, places that you see as being organized and neat. Okay? You too are going to be attracted to people that are intelligent, that present themselves well in conversation, the people who sound smart, people who are smart. You're not going to be attracted to people who sound or seem like they lack intelligence. Okay? So, in the same token, protect yourself and make sure that those people and places that you're attracted to ultimately end up making you feel good and adding to the soul versus taking away from it. Because that's what the eighth house is for. It is there to help us regenerate and add to our soul, to add back that which was taken out, to replace that which was lost. Okay? All right. Now, if you have Libra in your eighth house, you're going to be very kind of similar to Taurus a little bit, because both of the ruling planets are Venus for Libra and Taurus. But if you have Libra in your seventh house, you are going to recharge and renew by beautiful experiences, things that are very Venusian. You might want to go on a vacation to recharge. And now I know that some of that is going to sound Sagittarian, but it's got to be a destination that is a beautiful location. It's got to be about beauty. Beauty is how you recharge when you are in when you have Libra in your eighth house. Okay, that is how you need to recharge. You need to recharge by surrounding yourself with beautiful experiences. You might simply recharge by listening to beautiful high vibrational music. You might want to, Libra's an air sign. Air is about thought and communication. Libra, you might want to go out, you might renew and recharge by going out and having high vibrational conversations. Okay? Now, I don't know any people personally that have Libra in their eighth house, but I know a lot of Libras, and when they have had it, they're like, hey man, look, I need to take a break from this. Yo, y'all, let's go meet at such and such place and chop it up. Let's go rap, man. I haven't talked to y'all in a while. Y'all are my therapy. That same holds true if you have Libra in the eighth house. You think things that are going to make you feel good, but it's got to be beautiful. It's got to be beautiful experiences. Beautiful. You might recharge by surrounding yourself with in places where beautiful people are. Literally. Okay. If you have your and I'm borrowing from the Libra sons that I know, but you might want to go and sit someplace where they're just. You might want to go to a park where beautiful women go through there and jog, fellas. Or ladies, I know ladies that like to watch guys jog for whatever reason. Okay, you might want to go and sit in a park where beautiful people come through there and jog, or they have like beautiful $1,000 and $2,000 dogs that they walk or whatever, and the grass is green, and just being out in nature. It's an air sign, so you might recharge just by being out in nature if you are a Libra in the eighth house. Okay, now you are also going to be attracted to beautiful people and beautiful things. Beautiful people, beautiful places, beautiful. Libra is the sign of the lover. They're the lover too. They're the lover, and I'm not talking about tarot lover's card. That's Gemini. I'm talking about Libra. Libra's love is the sign of partnership. Libra rules over the seventh house. The seventh house is the sign of partnership and marriage. So you're going to be attracted to people who could be potential partners, just naturally. You're going to be attracted to people who could be potential partners, either short term or long term. That's Libra. That is Libra. But you're also going to be attracted to the truth, because Libra is the sign of truth, justice, all of that. So you're going to be attracted to search for the truth. That is how you renew yourself as well. You might renew yourself by learning the truth about different situations. That helps you to recharge, because why? It makes you feel good. Hey, you know what? Here's what I learned today. I learned the truth about blah, 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 blah. You're attracted to truth. You're attracted to fairness. You're attracted to harmony. And so you're going to recharge. You're going to surround yourself with things that are harmonious and in balance. You're attracted to balance. You heal through balance. Okay? Not sure if I did Libra in the 8th house enough justice. So anybody with Libra in the 8th house out there, or if you have a Libra sun, Libra moon, or Libra rising, and you want to leave some comments to help build, I don't claim to know it all. I never do. I just share with you guys what I do know. Okay. So that's Libra in the 7th. Be careful, because you are magnetized to beautiful people, beautiful words, beauty, period. You are attracted to beautiful thought, all of that. Philosophy. Hey, another way that I know that people with Libra in the 8th house might do to recharge, you might recharge through reading. You might recharge through reading. Okay? I know that we talk about Gemini being a sign of knowledge and Sagittarius being the sign of the teacher, but a lot of the Libras I know, they love to know things. What don't I know? Let me learn about that. Oh, really? That's Libra too. So you may recharge through reading books if you're a Libra. Okay? And the same holds true for if you got Gemini. I said if you're a Libra, I'm talking Libra in the 8th house. Now, let's move on. If you have Scorpio in the 8th house, if you got Scorpio in the 8th house, how do you recharge? Let me just put it out there. You recharge by getting it in. I mean, you're in your home. You're Scorpio in the 8th house. You're in your home house. You're in your home sign. You're in the house that is ruled by Scorpio. Okay, so you may recharge simply by getting it in. In fact, I'm going to say that's the number one way you recharge if you're a 8th house Scorpio. That's going to be the number one way you recharge. Now, some other ways you recharge. You might recharge by Scorpios love. They're not afraid to look into things that are dark in nature, and I don't mean evil. I don't mean low vibrational. I just mean things that. And actually, they're not afraid to look into low vibrational things either, because the whole purpose of that scorpionic energy is taking darkness and transmuting it into light. So they're not afraid of that. But I wouldn't say that you would recharge by watching a forensic show, but some might. Some might. I know Scorpio moons and suns that love watching some forensic type shows. I don't like it because I can't take it. I can't take watching that. Maybe that's that Cancer moon. I can't take it. But I know a lot of people who are Scorpio moon, Scorpio sun, and Scorpio rising. They love it. They love it. So if you're in the 8th house Scorpio, you might recharge by watching the first 48 or by watching some cold case files. I don't know. To each their own. Sound off in the comments. But the number one way I would say that a Scorpio in the 8th house recharges is by high vibrational intercourse. Okay? High vibrational. Not low vibrational, because low vibrational ultimately is going to take away from you. You might have a temporary fix and then you end up feeling lower after that. So this is why you have to make sure that all of these things that you do to renew and recharge are high vibrational. Now, when it comes to the attracted and what you're attracted to the same thing, because that is what you are. A lot of times we're attracted to what we are. So you're going to be attracted to people that embody scorpionic energy. Okay? Just make sure that they are high vibrational and of the light. Okay? Because there's a bunch of low vibrational Scorpios in the news or in the media or out there in the world doing wicked stuff. Some of them are entertainers. Some of them are philanthropists that push medications, certain medications that they say will help the world. Actually, I probably shouldn't even say that word. Some of them are, because y'all know how these platforms are, whatever. But some of them are people that used to run software companies. Okay? All right? I'm just saying. Now, so you're going to be attracted to people that embody scorpionic energy. I need to say no more. Moving on. If you have Sagittarius in your 8th house, you're going to renew, recharge, transform yourself through travel. That's the number one way I'm going to see with Sagittarius in the 8th. You renew, you transform, you heal through traveling to different places. Okay, you renew, you transform, you heal through perhaps attending something at a higher institution. You might actually renew yourself by teaching others. You heal through sharing with others. You heal through teaching others if you have Sagittarius in your 8th house. Okay? But the number one thing I would say is travel. You recharge, you renew, you heal through traveling to destinations that make you feel good. to destinations that make you feel good. Be sure that you put, I know I'm moving through this and I'm getting toward the end, but make sure that you put that make me feel good in that equation, because it's got to be something that makes you feel good. Again, with me talking about myself again, being a Taurus in the 8th house, self-care makes me feel good. I feel good when I take care of myself. Okay? I feel good when. I feel good when. What is your I feel good when statement? It's probably going to be tied to your 8th house. It's probably going to be tied to the energy that's sitting in your 8th house. Okay? And I'll do a quick recap where I say I feel good when, and one statement for all of the signs once I get through to the end. So Sagittarius, they renew, they transform, they heal through, they regenerate through travel. They regenerate through philosophy and higher learning. Those are, some of them might renew through being religious. They might renew, they might heal, they might renew, they might transform by going to the religious institution or place of their, they might renew through worship. Religion is a part of our experience. Now, I know I come on here and tell you guys I'm not religious, but I do understand that religion is a part of the human experience. I used to be. I'm not anymore. I'm more spiritual now, but I respect and understand different. I think now in my life, where I am in my life, I got a little bit more respect for what I see as Eastern religions, so to speak, as long as there's no idol worship in there or anything like that. I'm just talking about myself, to each his own. But the thinking and the thought and the understanding of energy that goes into some of these Eastern religions, I think they get it, because that's more tied to the spiritual essence of the man and not through the traditions that we see in the Western religions of Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Those are all tradition based. Most of them are, those religions are based in traditions of men, not necessarily the spiritual nature of the Most High God. They're supposed to be, but they have a form of godliness, but deny the power thereof. What is that power? That power is the truth. Simple truth. That's why I like to refer to the Most High and the universal I Am presence as the spirit of truth. So, if you got Sagittarius in the 9th, you might heal, renew, transform through attending religious services. You might do it through travel. You might do it through attending universities or teaching or anything that has to do with Sagittarius energy. Guess what? You're also going to be attracted to wise people. You're going to be attracted to people who are wise. You're going to be attracted to people that you see as worldly if you have Sagittarius in your 8th house. What do I mean by worldly? People who travel the world, and you might be drawn in by people that say, hey, let's go to this place right here. You might be attracted to that. You might be attracted to people and drawn to people. You might be attracted. You might find yourself attracted to foreigners, people that aren't from where you're from. They might be from. They might have a different accent if they're within the country. They might have a different accent if they're from outside the country. You know how in America y'all got Southern accent, sounds more something like this. I don't know how good my Southern accent is, but it's gonna sound a little something like this. First is someone from Boston, Boston, way up north in Boston. I gotta go park my car. You know what I mean? Got these different accents, or the heavy New York accent. My New York accent is not heavy. In fact, it's probably non-existent. I don't know. I've been away from New York for so long now. But anyway, you might be attracted to people that are foreign to you in some way, shape, or form. It could be, you might be attracted to people from outside of your race, so to speak. We know race isn't real. So let me say, you might be attracted to someone who is of a different phenotype. Okay? You might be attracted to someone from a different tribe. Let me drop it like that, because we're trying to get away from this dumb stuff, okay? Anyway, those are some things you might be attracted to. But remember, use your discernment. How does this person or this place make me feel? All right? And not just in the short term, because remember what I said in that Saturnian video where I was talking about your Saturn sign? The devil always moves quick. And the devil has no staying power. The devil has no staying power. The only staying power the devil has in your life is the staying power that you give him. Once you wake up and realize, hey, this thing is not good for me, he no longer has any staying power. The devil only has as much staying power as you give him. Remember that. I guess that was interjected for somebody to hear. Now, moving along. If you have Capricorn sitting in your 8th house, well, it's very simple. You recharge through work. You recharge through something that is going to make you achieve success. Anything that you feel like you can climb that is going to give you this feeling of success. That is how you renew yourself. That is how you heal. You heal through achievement. You heal through accomplishment. You're going to do anything that has some sort of prize at the end. There's some sort of prize or reward at the end of your labor and your effort. That is how you are going to heal and renew yourself. Because you're able to look back and say, hey, I did that. I did that. You know what, man? I'm kind of worn down, man. You might if you've got Capricorn in the 8th house, you might renew yourself by mountain climbing or something like that, or going for a long hike. Anything that is I know this is going to sound crazy, but if you got Capricorn in your 8th house, you are going to heal and renew and recharge and regenerate yourself by overcoming some obstacle, by doing something that has to deal with overcoming some obstacles. So it might be something that is, I'm not saying stressful. It might be something that is physically challenging. It might be something that is mentally challenging. If you've got Capricorn in the 8th house, you might play Sudoku or something, or you might want to solve some crossword puzzle or something like that. Anything that is going to be a test of how you're built, that is how you are going to recharge. I know that sounds like oxymoronic, okay? I know that sounds counterproductive, but if you got Capricorn sitting in the 8th house, you renew through accomplishment and achievement and overcoming some sort of obstacle, okay? Now, if you got Capricorn in your 8th house, you're also going to be attracted to people that embody Capricorn energy. People that you see as successful, people that you see as winners, people that you see as overcoming difficult obstacles. Those are the types of people that you are going to, people that have endurance. You're going to be attracted to those people that carry or embody that energy, okay? And I would even say that that's also an auspicious placement because, like I said, the devil ain't got no staying power, okay? No more than you give him. But God can run that race to the end, okay? When I'm talking God, I'm talking that high vibrational energy, that high state of consciousness. It endures all. Love, right? What does the scripture say? The scripture said love endures all. So you're going to be attracted and drawn to people that have endurance built in. Low vibrational people don't typically fit that bill. That's not to say there aren't low vibrational Capricorns out there, but you're gonna know the difference a lot easier if you have Capricorn in the 8th house. Okay, now moving on to Aquarius. If you have Aquarius in your 8th house, you renew, recharge, and heal through humanitarian effort, through giving in a way that allows you to help people in general. That's how you renew. That is how you heal. You heal when you help others. When you help others in some altruistic way, you heal through altruism. What can I do to be of service to the greater good? That is how you recharge. That is how you heal. You also heal through the kind of like Capricorn a little bit. You heal, recharge, and renew through accomplishment, but it's got to be accomplishment for the greater good. Remember, the ruling planet for the primary ruling planet for Aquarius is Uranus. Uranus is the energy of rebellion. So if you rebel against something that is harmful to people, places, pets, animals, things, when that system has been broken down and these people are now safe and they can actually operate in peace and harmony, you heal with them. You heal as an Aquarius in the 8th house, you heal by helping the greater collective heal. That is how you heal. You heal through service to others. That is how you recharge. That is how you renew yourself. Okay? You're also going to be attracted to Aquarian energy. You're going to be attracted to people who have a high amount of intelligence, who are selfless. And again, that is another auspicious placement of 8th house energy. If you got Aquarius in the 8th, it's a little bit more challenging to find yourself being attracted to someone in, well, maybe there's one or two areas where you might be attracted to someone who is in lower vibrational energy that appears to be altruistic, and that might be someone that says, hey, I'm helping the greater good, but I'm harming people to do it. we got that situation going on in the world right now in the Middle East. I ain't gonna dip into it any more than that. But here on February 16, 2024, we got that very thing happening right now, where you got people that are harming people allegedly for the greater good. For the greater good of who? So you could be attracted to that. You could be attracted to that, okay? That would be the lower vibrational nature of it. So you have to use your discernment. And is what I'm doing for the greater good, and am I harming anybody in doing it? Those are things you have to wrestle with that eighth house attraction to Aquarian energy, which is what you're going to be attracted to if you have Aquarius in your eighth house, okay? So, moving on to last but not least, Pisces. If you have Pisces in your eighth house, then you are going to renew, regenerate, and heal through connection to the higher realm. You're gonna do it through meditation, things like meditation, spiritual practices. You might set a peaceful environment for yourself. You might burn some fragrant oils, scents, incense, that sort of thing. You might recharge, renew through practices like yoga. Things that are spiritual in nature is how you're going to renew and heal yourself and regenerate. It is through connection to the spirit realm. You might relax and renew by watching a movie that is about a fantasy where someone goes off onto a far place and helps some people or something like that. I know that's kind of altruistic and a little bit more an Aquarian, but it's fantasy. Fantasy is a product of the mind. So you heal by going internal when you are a Pisces in the eighth house. How do you help? How do you renew? How do you reach it? Now, on the lower vibrational side, you could renew yourself or think you're renewing yourself by substances. I know there's some arguments out there on the benefits of certain substances versus the detriments of certain substances. I'm not here to judge, okay? If it came from the earth and it's clean and you work that out between you and your higher self and the Most High that dwells within, and that's how you want to heal, renew, regenerate the bud, okay? Do you. I'm just saying that these are characteristics of someone with Pisces in the eighth house. So that those might be things that you use to heal. Being spiritual, maybe taking substances that help you to be spiritual, that help you to connect to the higher realms, maybe simply through sitting with yourself, breathing and meditating. These are ways that you might, it's got to be your healing, your renewal, and your regeneration is built upon and based in spirituality. Now, if you have Pisces in the eighth, you're going to be attracted to spiritual people, okay? Spiritual places. You might be attracted to places that are called ley lines, where there's certain energetic fields in the earth. You might be attracted to those places, or you might be attracted to people that you see as spiritual, okay? So you have to be careful with that and not make sure that it stays on the high vibrational realm and not find yourself in there with someone who's into the dark arts, okay? Or someone who gets you into some substances that could actually kill you. Hey, take this. This will help you. This will send you on a trip. And, it's a chemical, a man-made chemical, and then you end up like not being here anymore. You got to be careful of that. Okay, so those are things that you have to be careful of. Who you're attracted to, make sure they stay high vibrational, and how you recharge and renew and heal. Again, how does this make me feel? And I'm not talking about short term, I'm talking about the long term, because we know that substances can give you a short term high, and when you come off of it, you feel worse than before you went on it. Okay, so that's where you have to be careful when you have Pisces in your eighth house. It's not necessarily a very beneficial placement per se. You just have to make sure that you're stronger. You have to make sure they're stronger. Okay, so that is it. I've gone through all 12 of the signs and how they apply to the eighth house. I'm going to run them down really quick with that I feel good when statement, and then I'm going to wrap this video up. Okay. So, if you have eighth house in Aries, I feel good when Aries is the sign of the warrior. I feel good when I am bold, fiery, and passionate about my own healing journey. I feel good when I am bold, fiery, passionate, and take the lead on my own healing journey. That's Aries. Okay? Taurus, I feel good when I do self-care. I feel good when I take care of myself. I feel good when I take care of myself. And thank God for, I'm plugging myself here. Thank God for my 8th house Taurus, because being a Capricorn with a North Node in Capricorn, I'm always trying to take care, with a moon in Cancer, I'm always trying to take care of everybody. I've now learned that it is absolutely critical for me to take care of myself. So, as an 8th house Taurus, I feel good when I take care of myself. As an 8th house Gemini, I feel good when I have intelligent conversations and when I'm able to learn. I feel good when I have intelligent conversations with high vibrational people and I'm able to learn something new. Learning something new makes me feel good. Learning something new heals me. Reading a book about healing heals me. Okay? Watching a presentation about healing heals me. I feel good when I communicate with others that are high vibrational. I feel good when I learn something new. That's if your 8th house is in Gemini. 8th house in Cancer, I feel good when I'm at home. I feel good when I'm at home. I feel good when I prepare a good meal for my family. I feel good when I watch emotional things that make me feel good. I feel good when I watch things that make me feel good emotionally. That is 8th house in Cancer, okay? 8th house in, what comes after Cancer? Leo, okay? I'm getting tired, y'all. 8th house in Leo. I feel good when I get to be bold. I feel good when I get to be bold in a high vibrational way. I feel good when I get to shine. I feel good when I win some sort of competition. Leo rules the 5th house. The 5th house is the house of competition, among other things. It's also the house of romance. I feel good when I'm being romantic, or when someone's being romantic with me. That's 5th house in Leo. Okay, I feel good when I shine. Okay, I feel good when I go out into the sun. I feel good when I spend time in the sun. That's Leo in the 8th. Okay, Virgo in the 8th. I feel good when I organize. I feel good when I decorate. I feel good when I'm of service to others. I feel good when I go out and garden. I feel good when I plant new flowers. When I plant new life, I feel good. 8th house in Libra. I feel good when I immerse myself with beautiful places. When I immerse myself in beautiful places, or when I surround myself with beautiful people and beautiful things, I feel good. I feel good when I'm around beauty. I feel good with beautiful conversations. I feel good when I am around beauty. I feel good when I am balanced. 8th house in Libra, you heal by balancing as well. You heal by balancing. I feel good when I'm balanced. Okay? 8th house in Scorpio, I feel good when I smash. Sorry, it's true. It's true. If your 8th house is in Scorpio, you feel good when you get that release. But it's got to be with a high vibrational person, so you're not creating any negative soul ties, okay? Okay? 8th house in Sagittarius, I feel good when I go to interesting places. I feel good when I talk to people that are not like me. I feel good when I get to teach others. I feel good when I teach others, okay? 8th house in Capricorn, I feel good when I win. I feel good when I achieve. I feel good when I overcome some obstacle. I feel good when I win. I feel good when I climb. I feel good when I soar. That's 8th house in Capricorn. 8th house in Aquarius, I feel good when I get to help the greater collective. I feel good when I get to when I get to do something that is humanitarian, to be of service for the greater good. I feel good when I destroy something that hinders others and help replace it with something that helps others. I feel good when I'm a part of that. and 8th house in Pisces, I feel good when I meditate. I feel good when I connect with the spirit realm. All right? All right? I know it's been a long video, family. This probably should have been a live. Typically like now for my longer videos to be live, but again, with a full plate today, and me being a Capricorn, and trust me, I got a lot of stuff to do today. I wanted to just get this video out of the way because I didn't know what type of condition I would be in this evening when all of my chores and all of my tasks for the day were done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below. Tell us what your 8th house is in and what you do to recharge. You might help somebody else that has that same 8th house sign. And again, if you don't know what sign you have in the 8th house, or you don't know your house placement, check out the free natal chart calculator that I have the link to in the description box. Make sure you know the time you were born and the place you were born, as well as the date. Okay, you need that time and that location. It is absolutely paramount to know your correct house placement. Okay, so yeah, sound off in the comments. We help others with our comments sometimes. So make sure that you let somebody know, hey, this is my 8th house sign, and this is what I do to charge and recharge and heal and recover. If you're an 8th house Taurus, drop it in the notes. You might help me. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you like being entertained, educated, uplifted, and inspired, hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn that notification bell to all so that you'll be notified when I drop new content. And last but not least, family, I'll say, I'll end this video like I end them all. Tell somebody you love them and mean it. How do you mean it? You have to show it. Love is a verb. It is a noun as well, but when we focus on the verb, the noun always takes care of itself. Peace, family.